Too early, I haven't drank any coffee. There we are. Come on. Come on. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Okay. I always double check that just in case I got something. I always check my settings first, but I like to test that too just to make sure. So I'm streaming kind of late. I slept in. I was like, forget it. I want to sleep in. My wife was like, you don't want to go play your game? And I was like, I want to sleep in. So I sleep in, and I figured, well, when we got up, I thought, well, maybe we'll go ahead and make breakfast or whatever, because I need to do my ironing. And she was wanting to go to her parents' house today, like sometime this morning. I don't think it's going to be till like maybe noonish. But I was like, well, I was thinking, I'll do my ironing, or we'll have breakfast, watch a little TV. I'll do my ironing, uh, and then we'll go to her parents' house. But she wanted to go walk with this friends group thing that she found on Facebook that they go walking and stuff. I'm like, okay, all right, well. Oh, you know what? Let's go check this out. But let's go west, or east rather. But yeah, she was the one who said, "Well, I'm gonna go walk while you play your game." I was like, "Okay," because I was thinking, well, I figured we would get some breakfast and then get ready, and she'd be wanting to go. But I also thought maybe I should do my ironing while she's away. But I thought weekends are too short to prioritize. Uh, for me to prioritize ironing and chores and stuff. Oh, let's go this way. I can go that way now. Whee! So yeah, I figured might as well play my game for a little bit. Even though it's already 7:30 here in Houston. In the Houston area. Okay, yeah, there's nothing up there. Wow, look at that. Let's see if we can... Oh, shit. Oh, go this way. Come on. Come on. Gummit. There we go. It's always better to, well, in this case, glide than walk or run. Hey, Angus, what's up? I don't think there's any bad guys here. Yeah, man, I wasn't even gonna stream today. I was like, I'm gonna sleep in, you know. We didn't stay up super late or anything last night, but I thought I want to sleep in for once because I usually get up really early on the weekends. And yeah, I figured we'd end up having breakfast and then get ready to go to her parents' house today. But she wanted to go walk. I was like, okay. Um, oh, there's a bivouac there. I'm trying to look for these Azrael drones. It says in the wilderness of any province. Well, I don't really know where the wilderness is. Um, hey, Death Dealer. Uh, maybe I'll kind of make my way over this way. Man, I had a blast Friday. I was able to play for about 3.5 hours, something like that. It was great. Okay, no, can't jump from here. Do you want any death sticks? What? I don't get it. Oh, jeez. That was close. I actually hit both dudes. That was just freaking lucky, is what that was. Oh, nice, 99. Star Wars movie. You mean Death Stars, maybe? I don't know. I couldn't believe this morning. This morning it was like 63 degrees outside, something like that. Fahrenheit, that is. Man, oh man, it is really nice. Okay, well, here's a little house. I might have to look up where I'm supposed to find this thing. Yeah, I've never heard death sticks before. I've never heard that before. I love sayings, though. I love, what do you call them? Sayings, aphorisms, what's the other term? I love all that kind of stuff. Colloquialisms. There's another word. What's the other word? What's another word for colloquialism? What am I thinking of? Idiom. Jeez Louise. That's what I was thinking of. I love idioms and stuff like that. See, I don't know. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. That's crazy. I have no idea. Hang on, I'm going to look up. You know what? I'm going to look up death sticks. Death sticks saying. Oh, it's a star. Oh, okay. See, I don't. I know Star Wars pretty well, but I don't know a lot of the more modern Star Wars stuff. So I have never heard this in Star Wars. You don't want to sell. You don't want to sell me death sticks. I don't want to sell you death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. A death stick was a highly addictive, illicit substance readily found in the underworld of Coruscant and other locales across the galaxy. I have no idea. I've never heard of this. Now I have heard of a death stick as a cigarette. That's apparently what they kind of refer to them as. I guess. I guess that's kind of what it is in Star Wars. It's a Star Wars death stick or a Star Wars cigarette, right? I'll even have a picture of death sticks inside of a little. Okay. I have never heard of this. Oh, okay. Kenobi said it. All right. Was it in the show Kenobi? Because oh no, it was in episode 1 or 2. Looks like. Oh, okay. Uh, yeah, it was in Attack of the Clones. Is when it was first mentioned. Okay. The scene that they show is Kenobi at like a bar. That might have been that bar scene might be episode 2, but it said the first mention of it was on episode. Oh no, I'm sorry. Wait, it says. Oh no, you're right. It is episode 2. Why was I saying episode 1? Yeah, episode 2 is when it was first mentioned. Okay, and then there's a bunch of other mentions of it. Uh, it's so funny. I saw Attack of the Clones, but it was like when it first came out. I was not a fan of the prequels at all. The prequels were kind of they weren't great. CX 2067. Oh, this is I got to turn off Rebel Presence to get to this. I have to turn off Rebel Presence? Do I really? Oh, I gotta shoot down one. That's what it is. Okay. So I don't actually need to turn off rebels. I just need to turn on the drone things. Nope, not that. This one. There we go. So yeah, I need to turn off resistance to turn on that. Okay, that's what it is. Joel from wait, is that who's do you mean I assume you mean Joel from The Last of Us. Yeah, I saw the trailer for Last of Us season 2. I cannot wait. That's going to be fantastic. I'm going to do this so I'm ready for the drones to come up. Yeah, we watched Last of Us season 1. It was fantastic. I played the game, both part 1 and 2. The game is absolutely incredible. It makes me wonder, like, what are they going to do? Because I wouldn't think they're going to only do season 2, right? Like, I would think that they're going to go, okay, let's do season 3 and season 4 and season like they'll do as many seasons as they can, right? But certain things happen in season 2 where you go, well, actually, I should say, part 2 of the game kind of ends like we're done. Like they're not gonna like they're done with the game. Uh, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. You know. I guess we'll find out once season 2 comes out. The trailer briefly showed what's her bucket, the kind of like bad guy lady from Last of Us 2. I forget her name. And I don't know who the actress is, but I was like, oh, cool. So it's going to be, man, I can't wait for that show. It's going to be great. Season 1 was so fantastic. Come on, drone. Come and get me. Come and get me. Let's switch to my regular rifle. Yeah, now basically I just have to walk around a little bit for a drone to come out. I like when the bad guys get philosophical and they'll go, do we really, how does he say it? Something like, do you ever think about if there's nothing to report, then why do we say there's nothing to report? Something like that. You go, yeah, it's a good question. Like, why say, hey, I got nothing to report if you got nothing to report? Why not just say nothing? Come on, Azrael drone. Well, I guess there's no train that comes through here.
I got nothing to report.
I got nothing happening in my sector either. Nah, man, there's nothing out here.
Yeah, same. I'm clear over here. No movement to report.
It's all clear on my side.
Boom. Well, you know what? I guess I can go attack these guys just for the heck of it.
I ain't seen him. That's kind of the point, dipshit.
Rude.
Contact! Contact!
Okay, maybe I need to kind of go out in this wilderness sort of area. Get one of those drones to come after me. Yeah, Star Wars, it makes me think more about Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3. Was not a fan of the prequels. Even when they came out, I was like, Metachlorians, really? And the idea that, oh, wait. Oh, here he comes.
Fuck we got here.
Shit. Got it. Feet, don't fail me now. Already used 3 things already. Jeez Louise. I got one. I heard it. Oh, shit. Oh, well, whatever. I already got the thing. Damn it. That's the thing about those drones, man. If the drones spot you, you're in trouble. Yeah, it's funny. So episode 1, 2, and 3, I didn't care for. Episode 7, 8, and 9 weren't. 7 was okay. 8 was okay. And then 9 was like, what the heck? What are we doing? And then Kenobi, I wasn't a big fan of Kenobi. What was some other Star Wars stuff that came out? The one with the rebels, where they're finding the Death Star plans. What was it called? That one was okay, but it didn't feel a whole lot like Star Wars to me. And what else did they have that came out movie-wise? I never caught up with any of the animated stuff like Rebels and all that, although I heard those were really good. Love Mandalorian. Mandalorian was freaking amazing. Boba Fett was okay. Boba Fett was really at its best when they had Mandalorian come on. It was kind of like Mandalorian season 3 or whatever. Otherwise, Boba Fett wasn't great. And I like the actor that plays Boba Fett, but I don't know. He's kind of wooden, you know? Like, his acting's okay, but like it doesn't work well for him to try to carry a whole show, I don't think. I heard, yeah, my nieces tell me Rebels was amazing. Movies. Let me get a list here. Here we go. Look at this. I found a whole list in release order. Oh yeah, Clone Wars. I never saw any of the Clone Wars stuff. I heard that was really good. I heard Clone Wars was good and Rebels was good. I watched part of Clone Wars, like a couple episodes, but somebody, I think it was my nieces, told me you could skip the first season. But I wasn't really that big of a fan of any of that stuff. Rebels, same thing. Oh, Solo was the other one. Solo. The problem with a lot of the Star Wars stuff since the first trilogy is that stuff just doesn't make sense. You go, well, wait a minute. How did that guy get from this point to this point in the story? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of writing that just doesn't make sense. Like, it's not even about like, oh, I don't like the special effects. No. Like, episode 1 has great sound. Like, that kind of stuff is great. Star Wars Resistance, I don't think I ever saw that. Yeah, and then episode 9, Rise of Skywalker was not, I didn't care for it. Oh, Bad Batch, I never got into those. I watched Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it was kind of just, a lot of it, well, you know, the problem with some of these movies and shows is that you go, well, I know Kenobi's not going to die. Like, they're not going to kill the main character. You kind of know that in any show, I suppose, but especially that kind of stuff, especially with like, well, actually with, where is, they don't show, how funny, they completely, oh, Rogue One, yeah, Rogue One, you kind of know all those people are going to die. We watched Andor. Andor was great. Star Wars Tales of the Jedi, I don't even know what that is. Ahsoka was okay too, but I don't know, it has kind of the same problem. And then Acolyte we never watched. We never watched Acolyte because I heard it was not great. And as you get older, you don't want to waste your time. But Mandalorian was great. Um, Andor was okay. I liked the characters in it and stuff, but it was just kind of okay. It wasn't like, oh, so great. It was okay. Um, so yeah, to me, the Star Wars stuff lately just writing wise, like story wise, some of it you go that doesn't make sense. It feels like some of those movies and shows. It feels like, well, you have to be self aware that you're in a Star Wars universe. You know, like you go, well, how am I supposed to know who this person is? How is this person here to know who this person is? Like they don't explain some stuff. Some of it you just go, okay, I guess that's just how that works. It's kind of like lightsabers. You go, from what we understand about science right now, laser swords don't work. I just realized I need to turn. I'll do it in a second. I need to turn Rebels back on. But that's why I always like Star Trek more. But even Star Trek is some hit and miss. The original series, I never watched the whole original series. Um, Next Generation was my jam. I love that show. That whole series was great. It had some stinkers in there, like some season one stuff and season two stuff that was dumb and whatever. But overall, that show was fantastic. I don't even think I watched all of Deep Space Nine, but Deep Space Nine was pretty cool. Uh, the only thing I didn't like about Deep Space Nine is when they did a lot of the religious type stuff. Like, oh, he's the prophet and all that. You're just like, ugh, God. And the Dominion War stuff kind of went on for too long. But that show was pretty good. Voyager was pretty good. I never watched all of Voyager because I wasn't crazy about all of that. Like, I couldn't stand Neelix. I couldn't stand Neelix and his whole thing. He was so annoying. Oh, look, it's just floating in the air. Sure, why not? Enterprise was a good show, but not great. Oops, nope, not that. This one. I liked all the characters and the way they did the tech was great. But unfortunately with Enterprise, the plots were kind of dumb. This whole idea of a temporal war was kind of dumb. I like Scott Bakula and all that kind of stuff. All those characters were great. But not my favorite Star Trek. And then, let's see. Picard, I've not really watched any of Picard. I think I watched the first... Wasn't the first episode like a 2-hour pilot thing? I watched that. And I was like, wait a minute, this... I don't like the idea of, oh, the Federation is now the bad guy. Like, no, you can't... That doesn't work for the Federation to be the bad guy, At least it didn't work for me. And in Odyssey, Star Trek Odyssey, I never got into that. I think that one I also watched like the first episode because they had it like where you could watch it. The part of the reason I didn't like those or didn't watch them is because it was like, wait a minute, I had to subscribe to Paramount Plus or whatever to watch any of this? Give me a break. No, come on. So I haven't watched any of the newest Star Trek stuff.
Did you miss me?
Remarkable. How did you...
What can I say? I'm resourceful.
This is...
Just
Perhaps I would...
try not to break your hand patting me on the back, hey.
I don't want any shit, man.
Wait a minute, do I need to talk to... Oh, I gotta talk to this guy. Oh, you have a new banner? Let me check it out, Angus. Go to channel. Oh, nice. That's cool. Oh, hang on, let me pause for a second. I gotta plug in my keyboard. The power on it is very low. Ah, got my lightning port. Plug it in here. My keyboard's low. That means my mouse is probably getting low too. But I can't plug in the mouse while I'm using it, so I'll plug it in later. Yeah, no, man, that looks great. Oh, you've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla? I have that game. Hey, burp. There we go. I have Valhalla, but I didn't play it that much because I couldn't get into it. I think I was still stuck in Odyssey and loved Odyssey so much that I couldn't get used to a new style, a new
So what do you
type
have
of
for me?
gameplay and stuff, you know.
The good news is we figured...
Yes, that's the key.
That's what.
Exactly. You're catching on.
So what's the bad?
The relays are guarded by behemoth drones.
Oh boy.
What are you doing here? What is it?
I love their little area here. Ooh, level up. You 49. Okay, now I got the behemoth. Let me go back over here. See if there's any more missions here. Jeez, sorry. I still got like the early morning phlegm going, I guess. Yeah, okay, that might be the best one. Danger, low energy, USS Enterprise about to blow up. Yeah, that was the thing. It's funny, a lot of the Next Generation shows, you go, okay, it's usually like some problem with the Enterprise or whatever. Like some of the plot lines were kind of not exactly predictable, but kind of that. But I'm gonna add accuracy on that one again. But I also kind of look at it like, well, I don't care if it's doing the same thing over and over again, as long as it's good. I remember, I don't know if you ever watched House with what's his butt? I can't think of his name. Hugh Laurie. Fantastic show, and you go, well, but it's kind of the same thing every week. Like it's not really that different of stuff going on. It's like, yeah, but it's really good. Like, you know, House would always be like, he's treating somebody, and oh my gosh, they're gonna die if we don't do this thing, and then all of a sudden it comes to him, and he's like, wait a minute, but could it be? And I don't know, it's like it still works for me. Alright, so let's turn on resistance. Apply. And that Picard series, I feel like I kind of want to watch the few episodes where Worf comes back and Data comes back, and I've seen some of the scenes where they're all there on the Enterprise D, and you go, oh, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I have, and the Australian guy... Wait. I have, and the Australian guy that's in it is in Chicago Fire. Oh, yeah. The blonde... Wait, is that the same guy, or is that... Which one am I thinking of? Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of, Oh, wait, no, that's... Oh, you know who I get him mixed up with? It's so stupid. I get that guy... So Jesse Spencer's that character's name, I guess. Is that... Wait, is that the character's name, or the... Okay, I don't know. I get him confused for some stupid reason. I get him confused with... He looks like he reminds me of a younger What's his butt from Princess Bride? Is who he reminds me of. Okay, Whaler's Bay. My wife is on her way home. Says she will be home in about 7 minutes. So cool because I can actually see her as she's driving. So I'm gonna. I had a feeling this would happen. I was like, she was telling me, "Oh yeah, you can go play your game," and I was like, "Are you gonna be gone for at least an hour?" And I'm like, I knew she wouldn't be. So it's kind of funny. I kind of was like, I probably shouldn't play my game because I'm not gonna be able to play for very long. Okay, here we go. Southwest of Foremast Peak. Okay, here we go. Foremast Peak. Southwest. South of Stony River. Land Chassis Factory. There it is. So let's go to this one here. Yeah, it's so funny. That guy, every time I see him, I think about, what's the guy's name from Princess Bride? Carrie Elwes is what he makes, who he reminds me of. Yeah, that guy, he was in, I think he was only in season 1, wasn't he? Wasn't he only in like the early seasons? Yeah, that guy's cool. But, and then talking about Star Trek being good or bad, the movies, basically the even-numbered movies are good. The odd-numbered ones, they're not as great. Like Star Trek 1, it was great for its time, but there are so many just beauty shots of the Enterprise. I mean, that movie, if you watch like the, I don't know, the original, whatever version of it or what have you, it's long. It's a long-ass movie. And the only part of the only reason it's so long is that there's so many like, look, here's the Enterprise. Look, here's the Enterprise. Look, here there's like so many of these shots, these beauty shots, which, I mean, it's great, but it's like, okay, great, all right, whatever, I did see a thing where here, I'm gonna just exit out of this because I'm gonna log off in just a second. I remember I saw a thing where somebody had taken Star Trek, the motion picture, the very first one, and they edited out all those beauty shots. Hey, Gabe, Prince Groom. Who's Prince Groom? But I saw where they edited out all those beauty shots. They cut like a half hour from that movie, and it's like, from what I heard, they were like, yeah, it's like it plays a lot better without all those beauty shots that kind of just sort of clog up the movie. And then Star Trek 2, of course, that's probably Star Trek 2 and Star Trek First Contact are two of the best Star Trek movies, in my opinion. Star Trek 3 was okay. 4 was a lot of fun. It was kind of dumb, but it was a lot of fun. 5 was really bad. The only good thing about 5 was that they had the great line from Captain Kirk where, so in 5, they're trying to reach God at the center of the galaxy, right? And they finally get to God, and he's like this ethereal, like, oh, how did you breach the Great Barrier to get to me, And like, oh, with a starship. And he's like, oh, the guy's name from Princess Bride? Prince Groom. And he goes, oh, the starship. Bring it closer, because it could carry me out of here, And Kirk's like, I have a question. And he goes, what does God need with a starship? And of course, this God has no answer for that. And he's like, who is this? Don't you know? Aren't you God? it's this whole thing of like, yeah, this isn't really God. This is a malicious entity that's been placed in prison here, and it was just that part was great. It made me I made like a what I was hoping would become a thing on Facebook, where I took the screenshot from the movie where he's going, I have a question, and he goes, and I put on there, so I should like your comment, and if not, how does it go when people put on there, like my comment, but if you don't love God, just keep scrolling, something like that, right? I put on there, okay, so this is a thing. What does God need with a Facebook account? Because I thought, God doesn't care if you keep scrolling or if you like somebody's comment. Give me a break. So stupid. And then 6 was kind of good because it had all the Klingon stuff. So that one was okay. And then let's see, 7 was Generations. Generations was okay. I liked Generations. There was some good stuff in it. And then First Contact was amazing. And then what was after that? Star Trek movies. Yeah, 6 was Undiscovered Country, and then the Generations, First Contact. Insurrection was pretty good. Nemesis was okay. Some of these were like, even within those movies, they were kind of hit and miss. And then when they rebooted and did Star Trek, the J.J. Abrams ones, Star Trek was great. Into Darkness was great. Star Trek Beyond, I wasn't as big of a fan. Somebody told me, though, that like that was the most Star Trek of all the movies, and I'm like, I guess I didn't really care that much for Beyond. I liked the first and second J.J. Abrams movies. All right, looks like my wife Sarah is only a couple stops away, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off, you guys. Tomorrow I will come on and get on here early so I can really play some, because it's Sunday and it's like that's the last day of the weekend. Yeah, all the Star Trek movies are right around 2 hours. There's none of them that get too crazy long or anything. Which Star Trek did you put on, Angus? I will probably put on some Star Trek Next Generation. I usually put on Next Generation while I'm doing my ironing. Gabe, I haven't asked her. She was really upset when she played the game the other day and was getting so frustrated. She really got upset, and I got upset with her because she didn't want to try. And she, oftentimes that's kind of her Achilles heel with stuff. If she gets too frustrated with it, she just quits. And I'm like, well, you gotta break through that. You gotta keep going and keep trying. So I haven't even broached the subject with her at all about, hey, do you want to try this game? The 2009 one, that one, I liked the first one. It was really great. With Eric Bana as the bad guy. That was cool. All right, looks like she's actually home. So I will see you guys later. I'll jump on tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Enjoy Star Trek, and I'm going to watch some Next Generation while I do my ironing. I'll check you guys later. Boop. Boop.